Just take a moment and notice the space you're in right now. And as you do, you might notice something. The way things shift, subtly, just like a symphony, tuning itself, each instrument finding its perfect place. And as you hear the music of your thoughts, feel how natural it is for you to be in a state of readiness for transformation, because you're already beginning to shift in ways that feel effortless. And as you think about this idea of operating at a higher octave, it's interesting, isn't it, how many levels of experience you can perceive, how every action, every thought, every belief you hold can effortlessly resonate on a different frequency, a different level, simply by shifting your perception, shifting your belief. So, if you pause just for a moment, you might notice the very idea of higher is fluid, isn't it? The moment you think higher, you realize it's not about going up or down, but about expanding the possibility within you, around you and through you. You might even begin to wonder, what does it mean to operate on a different octave of existence? To experience the world through a new lens, a clearer lens, a vibrant lens. And as you shift just slightly, ever so gently, notice your awareness expands, just like a string of a finely tuned instrument, not by force, but by gentle, graceful adjustments. Each belief, each pattern, each skill inside you can be effortlessly recalibrated, as if you're effortlessly flowing with an invisible current, like a wave shifting across the surface of still water. And isn't it fascinating? In that moment, the water of your mind becomes clearer, purer, more expansive than before. Now, let's begin to focus on some of the beliefs that allow you to shift and expand this experience. Take a deep breath, and as you do, you might notice your mind, like a finely tuned instrument, begins to play new notes. And perhaps the first note, the first belief you become aware of, is the realization that there's no limit to my ability to operate at higher frequencies. It might surprise you how easy it is to shift into that space, and at the same time, how deeply natural it feels for you to be aware of this higher capacity. Your thoughts expand like a rising tide, naturally, effortlessly lifting you higher. As your perception becomes more fluid, as your thoughts gain clarity and vision, you might realize you've already been operating at higher octaves. And this realization becomes more vivid with each passing moment. The belief you're already operating at a higher octave begins to form a solidity, like a beautiful melody playing on repeat, reminding you that this is your natural state. You notice how the shift happens in small, seamless movements, like a subtle change in the way you breathe, in the way you think. Because your higher octave, it isn't something to get, it's something to recognize. It's a realization, a natural unfolding of the potential within you, waiting to resonate at a higher level of experience, ready to effortlessly flow into the world. And in that flow, there are skills and patterns and techniques, each of them waiting for you to step into them, fully and without hesitation. In fact, you might discover that as your awareness expands, your capacity to absorb new skills grows exponentially. And how fascinating it is that these skills become more available to you. Just like a pianist reaching for the keys, they know that they can play effortlessly. Notice now how the process of becoming a master of any skill, of moving through any challenge, it becomes part of your higher frequency, like breathing in rhythm with the music of the world around you. It's a process of knowing exactly what you need to do, exactly when you need to do it, almost without thinking. Because at this higher octave, you no longer need to think about what needs to happen. It just happens. Now, imagine how your thoughts align, how your actions become more fluid, how you can sense exactly the right step to take, almost instinctively. Notice how each action, no matter how small, becomes an expression of your higher abilities, like each small note in a song contributing to the perfection of the whole. And as this unfolds, something extraordinary begins to occur. The more you believe in your ability to operate at a higher octave, the more you effortlessly step into the strategies, the techniques, the processes that naturally guide you. You no longer need to wonder, how will I know what to do next? Because you feel it, you experience it. Your intuition leads you with grace and precision, helping you to make decisions with ease. And your mind finds it increasingly effortless to align with the process that you now trust completely. And as the higher octave continues to play in your life, you begin to notice that patterns shift. You begin to understand that old habits of thought and behaviour, those old patterns that once felt limiting, they're simply notes that no longer belong to your symphony. They naturally fade away, as if replaced by new harmonious patterns. Patterns that support your higher self, your higher way of thinking, your higher octave of being. Now, you begin to recognize how these patterns, they've been there all along, almost waiting for you to notice them. And what's even more intriguing is how easily your mind, body and spirit align with the flow of this higher octave. You realize, with each new realization, you're increasing your skill set, amplifying your potential, and adjusting the rhythm of your life to align with your most powerful, expansive self. And as you think about the techniques that you use, you begin to recognize them not as tasks or tools, but as extensions of this higher octave. The elegant, effortless way you perform, the finely tuned precision of your actions, the dance between thought and behaviour. Every technique you learn becomes part of a larger natural rhythm, and you move with the confidence and ease of someone who knows that everything they need is already with them. You can feel it, can't you? That inner confidence, the subtle understanding at any given moment you're just a breath away from tuning your mind to the perfect frequency, from stepping into a new pattern, a new belief, a new skill, a new way of being. And what's even more exciting is that just by being here, just by being open to this transformation, you've already begun the process of tuning your entire system to operate at this higher octave. With each breath you take, with every thought you think, you become more attuned to this higher frequency. And isn't it extraordinary how easily it happens? How effortlessly you're moving, expanding, learning and growing, always with grace, always with ease. Now you might find each new belief that you hold simply supports and strengthens this experience. Perhaps with every passing moment you realize just how natural it is for you to be operating at a higher octave. And all your actions, all your thoughts, all your beliefs align with this expansive, powerful frequency. And as you continue to let this experience deepen within you, notice how the process itself becomes more automatic, just like music flowing through you, without effort, as you continue to operate at a higher octave, naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. And the more you notice, the more you realize you're already here. So as you continue to breathe, just notice the subtle sensations in your body, how each breath seems to deepen the connection between your mind and your natural rhythm. And isn't it fascinating how, with every exhale, you become more attuned to a higher frequency, a higher octave of awareness, as your mind naturally begins to relax. You might feel the soft pull of a deeper state, a state where every thought becomes more focused, more aligned with your new understanding. And in this deeper state, your unconscious mind becomes even more receptive, more open, and more willing to shift, to expand, to adopt new beliefs, because it's so natural for you, in this moment, to effortlessly begin to resonate at this higher frequency. And as you begin to explore this higher octave, you might notice your perception shift, becoming clearer, sharper, and more refined. So much as if every thought that arises in your mind now echoes with this new belief. I'm operating at a higher octave. My mind, my skills, my behaviours, my patterns, they all exist in this expanded space. And with each echo of that belief, something wakes up inside. It feels as if the very fabric of your being aligns with that thought, as if it's been there all along, simply waiting for you to recognize it. The clarity of this realization deepens, becoming more vivid, more alive. In fact, what's so fascinating is, when you simply know that you're operating at this higher octave, you begin to see everything in new light. Everything becomes easier. Decisions become effortless. Your actions are more fluid, more instinctive. The belief that you're operating at this higher level allows you to trust the unfolding of your life with more grace, more ease. You no longer need to question your path, because every step you take resonates with the certainty of your ability to operate at a higher octave. And you feel the rhythm of that certainty flowing through you, like a current that carries you effortlessly forward. Take a moment now to feel into this. You might notice with each breath, with each heartbeat, something inside you grows stronger, clearer. This knowing that your capacity is limitless, that you're in the flow of your higher potential, effortlessly moving forward in the direction of your most expansive self. What's even more remarkable is, at this level, the techniques and the skills that have served you in the past, they can be enhanced, amplified. You might begin to notice each technique that you've learned becomes more intuitive the moment you trust in your higher self. You know that every skill that you learn simply adds to the resonance of your higher octave, creating a harmonious flow of success, growth and mastery. Imagine, just for a moment, there's a part of you that already knows how to access these skills, how to apply these techniques without effort. In fact, notice how your unconscious mind is already at work, bringing forward the exact skills that you need at the exact right time. This part of you, this deeper part, has always known the rhythm of the universe, always known how to align with your highest potential, and now it's simply becoming more aware of that capacity. And you begin to realize these techniques, these patterns, they're not separate from you. They're extensions of your higher self. It's like tuning an instrument. Each adjustment makes the melody of your life more harmonious, more powerful, and you feel the deep resonance of that harmony in every fibre of your being. Every pattern you've learned in the past now becomes a doorway to deeper understanding, deeper mastery, because you've learned how to play them in a way that's effortless, natural and expansive. Notice as you continue to tune into this higher octave, how your actions align with your beliefs. In fact, your beliefs about what's possible begin to melt away, because you begin to see how limitless your potential is. Every action you take now feels like a natural extension of your belief that you're operating at a higher level, a level where limitations dissolve and where possibilities expand effortlessly. What's so beautiful about this experience is that as you tune in to this higher frequency, you also become more aware of the patterns of success that already exist within you. You might find your mind can easily recall the times when you've succeeded, the moments when you've been your best, and those moments become vivid, crystal clear reminders of what's possible when you align with your higher octave. And as you recall these moments, you might notice how they feel like notes in a symphony, all playing together, working in harmony to create a masterpiece. Now, take another deep breath and allow yourself to feel the deepening of your belief in your ability to operate at a higher octave. Feel how your mind, your body and your spirit align in a way that makes success feel effortless. Every belief you hold now works in harmony with this higher frequency, amplifying the natural flow of your thoughts, your actions, your energy. And as you relax deeper into this space, you might find yourself thinking, it's not just that I can operate at a higher octave, it's that I'm operating at a higher octave right now, in this moment. And the more you affirm this truth, quietly, subtly, the more it becomes woven into the very fabric of who you are. It's like every fibre of your being becomes tuned to that higher octave, effortlessly and naturally, without struggle or strain. And as you reflect on this, you might notice how your subconscious mind has already begun to integrate this belief. You are a master of operating at a higher frequency. You can feel the difference in your thoughts and your actions, in the way you approach life itself. It's like every move that you make is the perfect alignment with this higher, expansive self, creating a constant, effortless flow of success, growth, and possibility. At this moment, you may even notice how your mind can now easily access the techniques, patterns, and strategies that will move you even higher, because you trust the process so successfully. Each new skill, each new insight becomes an effortless part of the rhythm that you're creating. And there's a growing confidence in you that everything you need is already here. Now, as you continue to allow these beliefs to settle deeply, deeply within you, you can notice how each thought that you think, each feeling you experience, each action you take, it amplifies this higher octave, becoming more natural, more automatic, more fluid. And what's most exciting is this process continues to unfold and evolve, expanding naturally, easily, without effort, as you become more and more aware of your unlimited potential. With every moment, as you move through life, you can carry this awareness with you, because you're always operating at a higher octave, effortlessly, expansively. And with every breath you take, with every thought you think, with every decision you make, you are that higher octave. And as you allow yourself to fully experience this truth, you might find yourself smiling, deeply aware that the music of your life is playing in perfect harmony, at a level of possibility and potential that you may not have realized before, because you've already begun to tune yourself into the highest frequency of who you can truly be. So as you settle deeper into this space, becoming more relaxed, more attuned to the natural flow of your breath, notice how easy it is to allow your thoughts to shift with such effortless ease. There's no rush, no hurry. Everything you need is available to you in this moment. And the more you allow it, the more natural it becomes to simply know that you're resonating at a higher octave. It's almost like the frequency of your thoughts is now tuned to the rhythm of your higher self, becoming clearer, sharper, more aligned with your natural potential. It's as if every single belief that was once limiting is now being replaced by an unshakable knowing that you're capable of operating at this higher octave. And what's even more fascinating is this happens effortlessly, naturally, without any strain or effort at all. You don't need to do anything more than simply be. And in this space, your unconscious mind, always open, always aware, is deeply attuned to this new understanding. It's like your inner world is now a finely tuned instrument, each belief vibrating at a frequency that supports your highest potential. You're already operating at a higher octave, and every part of you knows it. The truth of it settles in your mind and body, effortlessly sinking into the very cells of your being. And you can feel it. You feel the alignment, the resonance, like a clear, deep tone echoing through your entire being. Notice how your mind begins to naturally amplify the belief that you're more than capable of anything you choose, anything you desire. And with that belief comes an understanding that the power to succeed, to grow, and to master any skill or technique is already within you. It's always been there. You've always known how to operate at a higher level. It's just that now you're allowing yourself to fully recognize it. And as you begin to recognize it, the skills, the techniques, the processes become available to you with greater ease. Imagine, if you will, that every time you think about a skill or a technique, it immediately aligns with the higher frequency that you're operating at. It's as if the moment you think about it, you're already performing it flawlessly, with perfect precision. Notice how it feels to trust that. No matter what comes your way, you have the ability to access the resources, the knowledge, the skills, the techniques you need, effortlessly and naturally. Now let's go deeper, just a little deeper. As you listen to the sound of my voice, notice how every word, every suggestion resonates in harmony with your deepest truth. And with every word, you can feel yourself effortlessly shifting expanding, reaching a higher octave within yourself. Every thought, every belief, every pattern that you hold naturally aligns you with this higher frequency. It's as if your entire being is calibrated to success, to mastery, to perfection. Every action you take from this moment forward is an extension of that higher octave, making it easier and easier for you to flow into your higher state. As you relax into this truth, you might notice you don't need to try. You don't need to force anything. You simply are this higher frequency. Everything about you is tuned to this new octave of awareness. Your mind becomes a finely tuned instrument, playing the perfect notes of success, clarity, and mastery, almost without effort. And every time you think about operating at a higher level, you notice it becomes easier and easier to step into this state. Even easier to believe in your ability to create the outcome that you desire. And what's even more profound is how your unconscious mind is now working in the background, aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your patterns of action, so you always know the next step to take. It's as if your mind has effortlessly become a magnet for solutions, a magnet for success. You can feel it in every part of you, that inner knowing that all your actions are already in perfect alignment with your higher octave. Now consider this: every time you focus on a belief that serves your highest potential, that belief becomes even more magnified. It's as if each belief that you hold adds to the richness, to the depth, the power of your higher octave. And as this belief grows stronger, so too does your sense of effortless mastery. You begin to recognize your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions. They're not only aligned, they're infused with a new energy, a higher energy, one that flows naturally from your deepest self. And as this awareness deepens, you might notice how it becomes even easier to recognize the patterns and processes that align with your highest success. So much as if the world around you begins to reflect this higher frequency. Your actions become smoother, more confident, more fluid. You might find yourself taking action that once seemed difficult or challenging, and now they flow with an ease and a grace you've never experienced before. Your mind knows that operating at a higher octave is simply your natural state. It's who you are. And as you accept that truth, you begin to experience the world with new eyes, seeing opportunities everywhere, recognizing solutions immediately and effortlessly, aligning with your highest potential in everything that you do. You feel more confident, more capable, more powerful. Your ability to operate at this higher level increases with every breath, with every thought, with every action. And in this space, your unconscious mind, ever attentive, takes this even further. It begins to install new beliefs that are aligned with your highest self. Beliefs that say, I trust my ability to operate at this higher level. I trust that everything I need is available to me now. I trust my skills are in perfect alignment with my highest potential. Every thought that arises within you is now a natural extension of this higher frequency. Your subconscious mind is effortlessly recalibrating itself to maintain this state, to keep you in alignment with your highest potential. It's like your entire being is a finely tuned instrument, playing the most beautiful symphony of success, growth, and expansion. And with each passing moment, you might notice how your body, your mind, and your spirit, they feel more tuned, more aligned with this higher octave. You feel a deep sense of confidence. You know your actions, your skills, your thoughts, your techniques. They're effortless because they're aligned with the flow of your highest potential. And just as a perfectly tuned instrument creates beautiful music without force or struggle, so too do you now create the life you desire effortlessly. And with every breath you take, with every beat of your heart, you become more tuned to this truth. You're operating at a higher octave, and this higher octave is your natural state. As you accept this truth more deeply, your life begins to unfold with ease, with grace, with effortless mastery. Your skills, your techniques, your beliefs, they all flow in harmony, creating a symphony of success that plays on repeat, more and more beautifully with every passing day. And now, as this truth settles in, you can feel how natural, how how easy, how effortless it is to be at this higher octave. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every decision you make, it's automatically aligned with this expanded state of being. This is who you are. This is your truth. And the more you accept it, the more you become it, effortlessly and naturally. And so it is.